What's up, guys? So today we're going to be covering a bit more of the Iesf World Tournament, only for Mobile Legends though. For those of you that don't know, if you're still new or you don't know what Iesf is, it is the International Esports Federation. They hold a very large world championships for several different games every few years, and this year they brought Mobile Legends into the fold. Now, only 8 teams were chosen. You have Malaysia, Slovenia, Argentina, Namibia, Philippines, Indonesia, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Now, there was several other countries that tried to get in on this, but these were your final victors. It does seem like Indonesia does finally have their team chosen. There was a little bit of drama over who was going to get in, and they made more and more rules, etc., etc. There's some more videos on that, and I'm sure you can figure out about it if you do enough research. Now, today we're just going to kind of be doing a tier list on these teams. As you can see, the bracket is here. You can find this bracket on like iesf.org. I'm sure they'll be updating it regularly. We'll probably do some bracket guesses as well, some predictions, but today we're just going to be doing a tier list. Again, just a quick reminder, this is just my opinion. I do think that we could have some big turnarounds, some possible changes, some things like that, some teams to watch out for, but I think a lot of this will end up one-sided. I really was trying to figure out how they put this bracket together, because off rip I'm looking at it and I'm like, wow, Indonesia and Philippines up against each other immediately. Kind of crazy, but hey, there is it is double elimination. It does look like everything's going to kind of be a best of 3s. I can't find the finals for some reason. Maybe it goes on. Maybe they're just not showing it. Hopefully the finals hopefully the finals is at least a best of 5 and it's not all best of 3 the whole way. It would be kind of sad. But hey, it is what it is. So that's not exactly what we're going to be talking about today. That's not exactly what we're going to be talking about today. Today, we're going to be making a tier list. Oh, let me fix this. There we go. All right, so we're going to start, we'll start on the right side. So Indonesia kicks it off, right? Now, here's the thing about Indonesia. Normally, I would put Indonesia up here in like S. Possibly. I really felt like when I first heard about the countries that made it, I was like, oh, it's going to be Indonesia or Philippines. But there are some spicy details, right? Like, so it's going to be EVOS. Pretty much an EVOS roster is going to be playing it. And essentially who we have is Saikot Taz, right? And then we have Clawcon, Brands, and Dream-S. So they do have some... They've got to switch up. It's not the roster we're used to. It's not the roster that we saw. It's not the full roster of MPL, ID. So we have a couple changes. And also just with all the kind of, I hate to use the word drama, but just with all the hoops that these Indonesia teams had to get through just to finally come up with the team that won, it just seems like a lot. And I'm already kind of putting Indonesia like, I don't know if you guys are going to do I don't know if you guys are going to be the ones for this. I just feel like first it was supposed to be Bigatron, then they made more hoops, and now somehow Indonesia, they beat Bigatron, and it's just this and that and this and that. And I feel like if it would have just been Bigatron who went after the I'm going to murder this, the Paella Presidente competition, or paella, I don't know. Paella, that's a Mexican dish, food, so it's not the paella, I don't think. I forget how it's pronounced exactly. I'm sorry, please don't hate. But yeah, if they would have just won, I feel like I would have put them maybe a little bit higher, but I probably would have put them in S. But right now, with all that, it kind of immediately makes me like, oh, these boys might be tired. They might, it's just a lot, right? They've been fighting against each other for a while just to get to this spot, whereas a lot of these other countries have already been, they're done with qualifiers. They've been prepping for this. So I'm gonna put them in A, and I got a feeling Indo may not be like the team that takes all of this. Again, it's Mobile Legends, anything can happen. There's been so many meta, the meta has really kind of like been changing up recently, so many patch notes. It's definitely going to be interesting. Now, after that, we have Vietnam. I'm going to be honest, I don't have that much information on Vietnam. I'm looking at their roster right now, and it looks like the King, Jaugua, Need My Help, He, and Nart. They did play, they played in the qualifier for the team that it is pretty much is MDH Esports, and they did play in the qualifier. Are they the team that's going to M4? Yeah, so Mekong, right? I think it's like a mixed team. They are the team that is going to M4. So I mean, they beat I Don't Sleep Esports. Still, honestly, I saw some highlight clips of Mekong, and like compared to like PH or Indo or some of these other teams, I'm gonna actually put them pretty low, right? I think they could be a team that gets taken out fast in this. Maybe I shouldn't even have a D tier. I don't think I'm ever gonna use the D tier. I just feel like it's super disrespectful. but yeah, so Mekong, or not Mekong, because it's technically Vietnam, right? So Vietnam, I'm putting down here in C tier. I think they could be a team that gets taken out, right? After that, we have Cambodia. Now, my tier, I was actually watching Mirko's tier list, and I feel like he put both these teams in B. Can't remember. Maybe not. Maybe he had them in C. But Cambodia as well. When we look at their roster, it is pretty much, so it's going to be Boom, Opie, Lutu, Deja, and Tai. It is pretty much Impunity, KH. Again, another team that I don't like. I have some good information on Argentina. I have some, Indonesia, Philippines. This is a team, again, I don't have that much information on. I'm looking at them on Wikipedia, and there's nothing like super impressive from them, right? Nothing super impression. I feel like this is a team that as well isn't going to may not do anything too crazy in this event, especially with some of the teams they're up against. They do go up against, I think they'll beat Nambia here. Looks like they're going to go up against Nambia in the first round, so I think they stomp them probably, because honestly Nambia is going to be like, we'll just jump to Nambia right now. If there's a D tier, I feel like Nambia's there, right? And I'm sorry Nambia, but you guys, like, I didn't even know like this game was super big in Africa, and that's cool, but like seeing this, it's kind of like, whoa, why wasn't NA invited? Why isn't the Valley on here? Why isn't America on here? Like, what? Wait, what? There's so many other places that I feel like could have had this slot, right? So, this is actually the wrong fact. This is not Cambodia. This is Slovenia. So Cambodia, we're gonna put them. I think they're gonna be in like C tier, right? Next up we have Slovenia. Now, Slovenia, funny thing about Slovenia, and this is why they're gonna be kind of low too. They didn't even technically qualify. There was like issues. Like Ukraine was actually the country that won. And because of some stuff that happened, I guess, maybe with all the stuff going on between Ukraine and the war and stuff between Russia and this and that, the team could not go. So, like that immediately, I'm like, so you weren't even actually the winners. First of all, you were runner-ups, and now you're going up against a bunch of teams that were the winners. Like you're immediately, I think these two teams are going to be like first knocked out. Like what? Who do they go up against? Slovenia goes, oh yeah, Slovenia's out. Slovenia's done. Because honestly, this is like my hot take for this. Coming up next, we're going to talk about Argentina. Now, Nambia, another fun fact is they weren't either the country that rightfully won. It was a different team, but the information, the passports and stuff couldn't get done quick enough, so Nambia ended up going. So both these teams, runner-ups, I think they're definitely going to be the teams that fall out of this, right? Now, we're actually going to jump over to Argentina here. Argentina. Now, I watched Mirko's video, and he doesn't have much information on Argentina, which I actually happen to. I watched a lot of the Super League, the Latam Super League, because a team that I really like called New Wave played there. New Wave Mexico, not New Wave Peru. New Wave Peru did horrible. They came in last place, I'm pretty sure, in the Latam Super League, to whereas New Wave ended up coming in third. Now, Malvinas Gaming is another team from that region, and they're going to worlds as well. Pretty much it's S11 and Malvinas Gaming that are going to M4. S11 got first place in the league, and honestly, I think this is a team that's going to really surprise us this year, right? Maybe not crazily. Like, I don't think they're going to like win M4 or anything, but I think they could do like top 10, right? And I think a lot of people are expecting them to be like first team knocked out in World Championships, but we aren't talking about World Championships here. Argentina, just to let you know, they do have their lineup is going to be Papa Dog, Jotun, Meteoro, Civ, and Irwin. From what I know is they do have a sub or two as well. Not their full lineup that's going to M4 is going to be in this. So this, honestly, just because of that, I could put them in C. But I want to say that they could get the better of these two teams, right? So I want to put them in B tier, honestly. And I do think they beat, I think they beat Slovenia. Easy dub. They go on to the next round, and they probably lose to Indo or Philippines, right? My guess is Philippines beats Indo, and they lose here, right? But still, they get dropped down to here. And whoever they end up going against, as long as they don't go... Oh, I mean, again, they could make it to round 3. It's definitely possible they can make it to round 3. And I feel pretty good that they could do that. After watching some of their games, I think they're a strong team. At least in a sense of like, you know, they're definitely not a Philippines team. They're definitely not an Indo team. They're definitely nothing crazy like that. But for a team coming from Americas, I kind of have to vote for them, right? Because it's... They may be South America, but they're still from my side of the world. So this is going to probably be a team that I may be rooting for during this event. And I'm not just being biased. I think that I definitely put them in B here, right? After that, we have the Philippines. And of course, Philippines, I think they are the favorites here. You have Blacklist. And not like some mess around roster. Like, you have Blacklist. Like, you have... And of course, they all have to have their actual names, but you have Haji, Edward, Wise, Venus, and Oheb, right? Villaluna, who is Venus, Ciorio, who is Oheb, Imam, who is Haji, Del Rosario, who is Wise, and Dadapop, who is Edward. So I think this is a team. The only surprise here, the only thing that, like, if MPLI was not a fluke, like if they really lost just because like they're rusty as hell right now, or like they just can't adapt to the meta, then like they could, bro. If MPLI, if what we saw there is what's gonna happen here, they could be like this. Cause like that game against GeekFam was rough, bro. Like it had me wondering, like, is this really Blacklist playing? What's going on here? Or they could at least be like here. Like, if they haven't adapted, if they haven't fixed some things or changed some things or figured out what's going on, then they could definitely possibly be like a mid-tournament leave. I don't think they'll be like first ones gone. I think they destroy everyone down here in these four teams like easy. But when it comes to everyone else, they could have some issues. So yes, I still put them in S tier, like as the favorites of this whole event for a reason. But again, anything can happen here. There's been so many changes. Last but not least, we have Malaysia. Now, Malaysia does have the full Todak roster, I'm pretty sure. I don't think they have any subs. Formays, Rival, Moon, Momo, Yumski. We know that Formays plays with them. Hold on, who else? Rival, Jungler for Todak, Moon. It doesn't say what is. I'm pretty sure he's going to be playing. Moon's going to be running mid lane, Momo will be in the gold lane, and Yumski will be the roam. So I think this is a team that may surprise us as well, right? Like Todak may do well here. I'm going to put them in A tier because I do think they could take on Argentina. But again, I think like Argentina could surprise us and possibly beat Todak. I don't know if Argentina's going to be able to beat Indo or Philippines, but I think this is like, you never really know, right? And I think Todak could also, like, you never know. This could be Todak's year for this event. I think it's definitely going to be interesting overall, right? I think I wish there was some better regions involved in this. No offense to like Nambia and Slovenia. I think it's cool. I'm really actually happy that EU got a team involved in this. I think Europe needs a bit more love. but I'm sad that like the team that won didn't get to go. Nambia, I'm glad we get to see like some African teams playing, but I'm sad that the team that actually won didn't get to go. So there's just those slight issues there, and I feel like why didn't NA? Why didn't North America get a slot? But anyways, so like honestly, like my eyes are just on these 4 teams. Again, if one of these 4 teams here at the bottom surprises me, that'll be so dope. Like, that'll be so cool. That'll be so awesome. But I just don't think it's going to happen. I think it really comes down to either Malaysia, Indo, or Philippines taking the top 3 here. And maybe Argentina can kind of set the stage for what we're going to see from them in M4. I think this will be a really good proving grounds for Argentina. If they can, you know, get some good games, get some good wins, it could put some eyes on them when it comes to M4. Hopefully that's what we see from them. I'm not expecting them to take the dub on this. I just want to see them play well so that it can build some hype pre-World Championships of M4. Again, guys, these are just my opinions. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. We're trying to post a lot more content on this channel. And if you follow me, you know I also run the NASL channel, the North American Squad League channel. I'm sorry I haven't been posting as much content on there recently. We're just trying to kind of build this channel up because it's still really small. And a lot of big things are coming for me. So thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.